Alright everybody, we are going to do a pour today, and I'm going to be using magenta, some of this metallic-y turquoise. I've got a little bit of copper in here, and then my white is a mix of white and metallic white, and I've put 2 drops of oil in here, and let's see what type of cells we get. So I've already got my first color in, and I'm just going to add a little bit. Okay, now my next color. And then I want some of this. A little bit of that. Do a little bit of white for some cell effect. Then we are back to this gorgeous magenta. Do some more white. Okay. Do some of that. Some of that. Little drizzles more of our white, and just a drop more. All right. So while the oil is mixing with this, and I don't know if that can be seen or not, oh, as I pour and make a mess. That's pretty standard for me. Let me add a little crazy sauce going on. And I'm going to do a little zhuzh, zhuzh, okay? And these little bits that I spilled down here, we can add. So I'm going to give this just a little bit to sit, and then we will flip and see where we're at. Okay. And I think I can just a little bit of that out. Recap my colors. So, how's Monday been treating everybody today? All right, guys. Let me get a pair of gloves on, and then we're going to see what this does for us, okay? All right. Let's see what happens. And if when you're doing these flips, if some leaks out or moves around, that's okay too. I think we're going to end up with some good cells just from the little piece that I spilled. So we're gonna cross our fingers that this comes out really cool. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can lift and let the whole thing dump and see what happens. You can lift and let a little air get in and let it float about. I think I'm going to just lift and see what we get. Look at that, guys. Is that not gorgeous? Just add in a little bit of heat just to pop some of these initial bubbles and get some of these cells optimizing. Look at the inside of that cup. Isn't that pretty? And what I do is I save these, I cut them, and I'll roll them out, and then I can use them for jewelry, which I think is kind of neat. Almost poured into a natural heart, huh? So. Now, this is always the part that I hate so much. Let's start with this side. I'm going to use this to kind of try to save and protect and pour slow. Okay. And then we want to always make sure that we get the heaviest part of the liquid kind of back to the middle before we do another shift. So let's try this side. Okay. Now, I think we want to get some of this working its way along here. All right, and then our last stretch is going to be coming back this way to cover this last corner. All right, we're gonna let this sit for a little bit. I'm gonna wipe some of this excess off my hands here. And once I get my hands cleaned up, we're gonna add a little bit more heat. I love this bit's over here and what that's got going on. Oh, I see something right there. Little clump of something, something. It's very important when doing this to keep it moving. We do not want to burn our paint. We just want to really pop our bubbles and activate the oil. So we're trying to get it to kind of come up to the top. I think I like how this is coming out. Run my finger around the bottom edge just to catch those drips. We don't want to get any nasty little pieces happening. Sorry if my hand is blocking you in any way. What you think, young man?
That's probably one of your best pieces so far.
Yeah, you like? I like the colors, how they came out. Let's see if they're going to dry this way. That's always my worry.
And so all like this runoff will be like resin?
Well, this isn't actually resin. The runoff, this is acrylic paint. So what I can do once I put this to go dry is all that pretty runoff we can make jewelry with. And I will show you what I do with that in a moment. Let me just finish this up. All right, I see one more. Things are still popping a bit. And give that one more little cook with the flame. All right, guys, I will show you dried results in the next video. Bear with me for a moment. I'm going to go run and put this in my dust-free zone, and then I will be right back. All right, so now that I've left you standing here looking at my mess that I have left, that off, that off. Okay, so we've got all of this really pretty paint going on here. So what I have are little glass cabs, all right? And you can do this a couple different ways. This is considered the dip method, so I can just pick one here, like that. And then I'm just going to let it dry like that. And I can trim, I don't know if you can see that or not, where I just dropped that, but I can trim off around that. The other thing I'm going to do is I've started doing these little mini squares. So I have a record of kind of my colors, even after my pieces are sold and gone. I have a little mini piece, so I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but at some point I might make, I don't know, a quilt of sorts out of them, or a patchwork piece. Never know. So we're just going to do that, and then we pull it straight up. And I think I want a little bit of this red in here. And I think I'm going to do a swipe on this. So I'm going to put this little guy here. I am going to just run a little strip across the top. And I'm going to add a couple just little droplets. Maybe I will and maybe I won't. Get this bottle open. Let's get a little bit more of this lovely gold going on. And I might have a touch bit of this white All right. And I have just a little piece of light swiping paper that I'm just going to lay on here. I'm just touching up my ends here. If you hear a ruckus coming from upstairs, those are my dogs enjoying the reprieve of the rain. All right, I want to give this little piece just a little hit of heat, blah, 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 blah today. Okay. Look at what those cells are doing. Do you see that? All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and tomorrow I will get the dried photos up, and we'll see what else we can create. This is Karen from Desco Artistry. Looking forward to any comments you have, and if you couldn't think to do it, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel so that you know when I'm going to be posting next. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye. So let's just see how that goes. And then the rest of this, I'm just going to see what cells I can get and if any of them last tomorrow.